Welcome everyone to the another episode. In this video, we'll be talking about the entrepreneurial mindset for success. So every one of you probably have a New Year resolution and you're thinking like you want to build your business to bigger and better. You're gonna add a lot of things in your business or take it to the next level. But oftentimes, what happens is when you plan it and then something goes wrong and the plan doesn't go as smoothly as you expected, what we do, we tend to give up on the task, on the goal, sometimes in the businesses. And this is where success doesn't come along with a lot of time because of your lack of action and you haven't taken anything over it. So let's face it, success doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, dedication, working them long hours at the beginning, then lots of sacrifice and a lot of things you don't even like. You have to do that because at the beginning of your building your business, you have to do everything on your own. Probably you don't like the marketing bit, probably you don't like the accounting bit, probably you don't like the reaching out to your clients or your prospects and doing the sales call. So it goes like a lot of depth into it because if your business not big enough, you cannot hire like a lot of people and employees who's you can delegate like a lot of things for your business and eventually you reap the benefit from it. But at the beginning, like you have to work really, really hard. We have to work a lot of different tasks. You have to work different areas where you've never been an expert in. You have to learn a lot of things, and which is actually like a lot of time overwhelming. So you can see there is like a lot of great successful entrepreneurs right now. There is like Elon Musk. People follow Sarah Blakely, Richard Branson's, Steve Jobs was one of them. Used to be, and right now there is a lot of other individual like a small to medium sized business owners like in the coaching space. Like there is a tons of big names in there. I don't want to tell you that like you probably already know. There is like one thing in common if you go and study their history about and their biography, like how they started their business or like how they stuck around for a long time. Because every time something had happened, what they actually do is like they try to figure things out, like solve that problem rather than run away from the problem. So in this video, I will be talking more about like how you can create a mindset for your success. So mindset is the foundation of the success. So think about this way, your mindset, the way you think. So your belief about yourself and how you approach challenges. And as an entrepreneur, like your mindset shapes you as every decision you make from taking a risk to overcoming a failure. And every single day as an entrepreneur, we wake up and we're going to see like some kind of problem is happening. For an example, yesterday, like I received a message, I received an email, just early morning, like something is not right about my business, and I had to deal with that as soon as possible. And I wasn't expecting that. And sometimes like it happens, sometimes like in the late night, like you can shut off everything. But late night, probably something, if you have a brick and mortar business, something happened, there is a leak pipe or something on fire, or that your delivery is not coming where it's supposed to be there by tonight, and there your customer is waiting tomorrow, and this is like your deadline. So a lot of things happens in business. So how do you deal with this kind of situation? That is really, really important. And your mindset is like 90% of like a driver of running a business than actually the skill set, because skill set is develops over time. If you are stuck around with a certain period of time, any kind of task like that, skill set is going to build up over time. The mindset is like going to play with you like for a long, long time. And if you're not mastered your own mind, then obviously it is going to take you for different direction where you don't want to be in. Like every time things get hard, it's gonna continuously tell you like quit, give up, or like don't take the risk, or don't invest in, or don't hire people, and it is continuously feed you there. And probably sometimes them kind of fear is good, sometimes a majority of time it is not good as at all. Because when I say like sometimes it's good, think about this way, sometimes it's a gut feeling it telling you not to invest in certain company and you don't feel right, it doesn't go well, certain clients you don't want to work with, it doesn't feel like, it doesn't get you a vibe in, or like you guys don't get along probably, and the value you have, the priorities you have, it doesn't match with the other person you want to work with, then it's time to let go of the things, right? But majority of the time, like this is your self-doubt, there's an inner demon like talking to you, then all negative thinking about your past experiences telling you certain things like not to do. Probably you failed in a business previously, and now you would want to start a new business, and then obviously your negative thinking is telling you the next business is going to be a failure, which probably not gonna be right, right? Until you try something, you don't know what's the outcome going to be. So in the same way, like you have to know like what is working for you, what is best for you, but you have to work on your mindset. And the mindset is the key. And the way you build your mindset is basically the more things you do, the more things you learn, and don't try to do the same mistake on over and over. And that is like a key thing. Like if you're doing the same mistake over and over, then obviously your mindset and your self-confidence eventually go down, because if you are not keeping up with yourself, then how are you going to keep up with the others? And how are you going to keep up with the goals you have made, the vision you have? And so let's break it down. It's like I have like five key elements that define successful entrepreneur's mindset. So number one is a growth-oriented thinking. So first of all, like growth-oriented thinking is the entrepreneurs with the mindset embracing challenges, opportunities to learn instead of saying, I cannot do this, or they ask like, how can I figure this out? How can I solve the problem? And every time like a one doors they shut down, or like every time the difficulty happens, something is bigger opportunities or something better opportunities is waiting other side of the door. You just need to find like which door to take. Sometimes you have to climb the wall and go past the direction. So and that will like so most of the time get stuck in there. Like they feel the obstacle and the stepping stone, and they don't go to past the door or the wall. And this is why like a lot of times they give up on their journey and don't feel like they going to take to the business next level or can be the better version of themselves. For an example, like think about the J.K. Rowling. So faced like a multiple rejection before publishing the Harry Potter books. So she didn't like a stop at no. She kept going until she found an yes, and that's the growth-oriented thinking in action. So there is like tons of like entrepreneurs, tons of like celebrities you can find on a Google. You can see like how many times they've been rejected, how many times things they tried it didn't go they expected or didn't go their way, until like they wanted the 40 50 years old, sometimes 70 80 years old, they build a business or started their career from ground up. So you have to have the positive mindset and growth mindset, the growth oriented thinking for your next level of success. So number two is a resilience and greed. So second, resilience and greed is like, let's break it down. So as an entrepreneur isn't always like a smooth and sailing. So you're going to face a setbacks, the rejection, momentums of doubt. So you're doing great with like let's say your organic marketing journey. All of a sudden, like accounts got shut down or you get banned. You're running a paid ads. All of a sudden, like you get restricted or it's not performing as well. You're probably making tons of money. Some of the like your team members who was like a great working with you for 5 years 10 years, all of a sudden they leave, and they leave you hanging. Like you have to train someone or build a trust with them alongside. For that could be like a challenging as well. And these kind of moments you have to build a resilience. Like anything happens, you're going to go through the process. So that is a quick tip for that. So when things get tough, ask yourself, what's the lesson in here? Like what can I learn? And shifting your focus on keep moving forward. For giving you example, when my business, I had like a one assistant at the beginning. I had a one virtual assistant, and she just left for a better opportunity. And we didn't work for like a long time anyway. So we worked like a couple of months, and then she just disappeared. And my business, everything was hanging. Like there is no notice, no nothing like that. So obviously the lesson was for me, and then I had to like figure out screening process. My screening process wasn't that great to hiring someone. Like I had to hire someone immediately, and I did that. And without like a screening, like who the person is, like where they are, how they are, without any of that. Secondly, I realized like even though I do the screening process and everything like that, when you hire someone from abroad, like they're not like your next door neighbors, right? So if someone is not next door neighbor, like you don't know like their real physical location, you have to go to abroad, like India, Pakistan, or Philippines. Like if you hire someone from there, or like things like that, what can I do? I can have like alternative. If they are like so valuable to my business, and if they leave, it affects my business greatly, then what I have to do, I have to have like second option. So what I did, instead of like a one person, I hired like a two person, and let's split them among, instead of like hiring a one person full time, I just hired like two part-time people, and they happy with the part-time role. They wanted a part-time role. And for me, like if one person is sick, or if one person is want to leave, or like something happens, sometimes there is a maternity leave, sometimes is like other things comes along, there's a family issues, whatever that may be, my business is not stopping just because of one person is leaving. There is another person can take over, they can do overtime, and when the other person is leaves. So I just like solving that problem this way is just like a greatly beneficial. So yeah, think this way, like every time you're having any setback, any problem, like how do you want to solve it? And you don't want to make the same mistake next time, and just eliminate the whole problem altogether for good. And certain times, like you cannot figure that out immediately, but have the plan, have the vision, like a certain plan. Probably one of the big machine you have, like a cost of six figures, and you cannot replace that like immediately, but you can do that in like a couple of years time, but have the plan in order to replace the machine in 2 years time, so your business is not shut down. If it's a factory or whatever your business may be, like save it, plan it, and execute it, rather than it just hanging in there. Or probably you need to bring in an investor, or getting some kind of help from others, or like things that you can do, like sorting this machine out, if there's something you can work on. But just don't leave it hanging for later on, and if you have that kind of problem. So number three is like a vision and goal setting. So sometime like I didn't believe that much about like a goal setting at the beginning, and then sometime I was like really focused on goal setting too much, where I was focused too much of the result and not the process. So have the vision. So I'll say, like as an entrepreneur, like you need to have a big vision for your business, where your business is going in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now. And obviously, and not everything is gonna get real, because of the in this world right now, everything going so fast paced. Like the plan you do for 5 years from now probably gonna not gonna be relevant for now, because of the way technologies, AI, the automation is working. So future looks bright in the same way, like a future is uncertain which direction is going to go. You have to adapt really fast. So have the vision in the same time, but if you need to like change it, pivot, like you need to be open to it as well. And when you have the vision, like create a goals. I'll say about like have 12 months goal, but don't get attached to the goal of the outcome, like what the outcome you're gonna get. So once you set up the goal, is your goal is just like in a compass, or like a sat nav map, where you put the zip code where your destination is. But really 90% to 95%, I would say focus on the process. So to achieve the goals, is focus on the process. So if you're wants to make like $100,000 a year from, let's say, organic reach, or organic way through YouTube, or could be your website blogging. So create like a one blog post every single week, tweak it, check it, probably one or two videos per week on YouTube channel, make it better, change it if it's not working the way you are doing, strategize it, but don't focus on too much. Like, what's the results? If your goal is like 10,000 subscribers end of the day, end of the year, like obviously you may not gonna hit that, because there's a lot of factors there. There are algorithms, there is uncertain things can happen, and you don't control at all like how people gonna react to your videos, your content. So you always like a learning and adapting. The goal is just giving you direction, which direction you need to be in order to achieve certain things. That goes in the sales, that goes in the marketing as well. And yeah, just break it down everything in a small, actionable process goals. And where if you are posted two videos per week, yeah, you are going in the right direction. For your 12 months, probably 52 videos or 104 videos you've been recording. That is your goal. And then measure the success around that. And the goal And when you have the goal all about like outcome, then obviously it's going to make you overwhelmed. You're gonna feel like you're a failure if you don't hit that. And if you over succeeded, then you're gonna keep on getting a new goals, and continues you in the circle. So focus on like where is your long term, create some kind of a process, and where eventually your goal is going to be hit without like you realizing you're creating certain kind of process. So focus on the process and set the goal just for like again the direction where you want to head to. So number four is adaptability. So I just talked about like adaptability because right now is everything is going so fast and changing rapidly. Everything is just like updating, upgrading, and things like that. So it's innovation and pivot. So you have to be a adaptability mindset during this period, because if not, then obviously you're going to be left behind. Like right now, lots of AI and text like that. So try to learn this, like spend like a 1 hour per week just through YouTube or like AI itself, like learn more about AI, how AI can help your business and what can you do, how you can implement things like that. Probably if you're bigger businesses, get some AI consultant can help you and guide you through like a certain things you can implement on your business. For an example, remember like how Netflix started as a DVD rental services. They adapted to streaming when the market shifted, and now they are global entertainment giant. So you have to think this way, like the business you have may not gonna be relevant in 5 years, 10 years from now, because the way automation and technology and AI is working. So you always have to be stay ahead of the curve, so your competition and everything doesn't like swallow you up. So that needs to be your priority, and always stay in a like a growth mode and learning mode. So number five is confidence and self belief. So self-belief is important part of it. Like if you don't believe in yourself, your team, your client, your customer, no one's gonna believe the products and services you're selling. No one's gonna believe in the company. You cannot build a big brand. So you have to believe in a business, even though it's not going the way you want it to go, and probably it's not profitable. Probably there's a lot of doubt. So continuously move towards the right direction. Go can check and get into mentors, follow different people on your industry, like who can help or guide you through. And yeah, let's face it, like everything takes time and everything's going to be fine. It's just like you have to be there and follow the process. Sometimes like you have to go get back to a job, and for time being like helping yourself out. But thing is like don't give up on your dream. If the products and services doesn't fit for the market, try to change that, get some feedback and work on yourself. And yeah, ask people like what they're looking for and see like what kind of problem you can solve, and that would be great. So if you need any further help with that, like with your mindset or like how you can scale your business or increase your business, you can check this out with my community. Is B School Premium. So you can click on the link in the description and we can check this out. Our community, there is like different courses in there, as well as like we have like a weekly coaching call, and there's tons of 6 7 figures entrepreneurs like yourself. And yeah, we can help each others out over there. So yeah, until then, I'll talk to you in the next episode. Take care.